Hey, what's up guys, just here, welcome back to Fate Grand Order X Mahoyo. Last time we finished off the, I guess technically first section, but there's the whole, like prologue to it and whatnot, and Aoko's been murdered, so yeah, that's not good, never good when, one of the, only magicians in the world is somehow taken out. Which, you know, I have to X it out. I really don't think she would get killed that easily, but I guess we'll find out. Maybe this is the reasoning for why she's a servant. I don't know. Or able to be. Well, no, I don't know. We'll see. Hey V6, hey Merideki Gogeta. But yeah, interestingly enough, we're fighting a foreigner in the first node, which makes me sus. So I guess we'll see what that's about. Okay. Apparently we're playing as Aoko. That's interest. Flashback maybe? Probably flash back. Seeing how she died, or something to that effect. Grand. Oh. May 1999, the star of ending has come. Huh. You know, I get the vague feeling this isn't a fight we're supposed to win. You know, something tells me we're not meant to win this. Okay. That's fine. Spoilers for Mahoyo 2/3? Oh, so Aoko just gets slaughtered. I see. Okay. I should turn it to like stardust and not the normal. Huh. Hey, huh. Okay. Fascinating. Huh. Alright, onto the large bath. That was quickest node ever, probably. That had to be up there for like quickest node ever, right? In anything? Aoko? Aoko? I can't believe it. She really is. Why was she wearing clothes in the hot spring? That's against the rules. Take a good look. Is that the other girl you came here with? Yes. That's Aosaki Aoko. How'd this happen? I don't know. She slipped. Aozaki? Aozaki? Didn't she say her name was Suseritsuka? Yeah, but that was just a pseudonym. I see. Well, I used to be in show business. I can understand why someone might want to keep a low profile. Anyway, now that you've confirmed the victim's identity, we need to go back to the lobby. Hey, Arnold. That nasty detective told me to gather all the guests in one place. Detective? Yeah, he told us about, or someone told us about him before. Still don't know who this detective is. I'm assuming it's Sojiro, but got my eyes itchy. I believe some of you already know what I'm about to say, but as the proprietor of this inn, I have tragic news to share. One of our guests was found dead today at today's secret wish spring, the Spring of Youth. Her name was Aozaki Aoko. The cause of death seems to have been a rear cranial fracture. The back of her skull and her brains were caved in. Aozaki? Did you just say Aozaki? Is that who you were after? Like I thought? Bows at you, scamp. I did. She was staying here under a pseudonym for personal reasons. I'm sad to say she's confirmed deceased, so the public baths will be off limits for a while. I've already notified the police, so things will probably get a little crazy around here soon. But before they arrive, that detective over there requested that I ask you all what you were doing last night. Hee. Okay, definitely not Sojiro. Who? Huh? You're telling us the detective just happened to be out here when something like this went down? Ain't that awfully convenient? Yeah. I know what you mean. Why in the world did he come all this way from Tokyo now of all times? Still, the fact remains that someone died. I doubt there'll be any harm in doing what he says until the police get here. Go ahead then, detective. Detective, all of you, please do what he says. Wait, isn't he the, yeah, isn't Tsukiji the guy who was from the rich family in Mahoyo? Who didn't want, who's like on the outs with his family? Or something, because he didn't want to take over, like, the family business or whatever. Or something like that. That was him, right? Or was that... Because Sojiro had another friend, too, I think. I want to say this, it was him, though. He does not look similar. Or, yeah, he looks very different. I mean, I guess he's kind of... yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm more referring to, like, his backstory that we find out. Yes, okay. Interesting. So I guess he really did, you know, succeed at not having to take over the family business. So that's good for him. It's good for you, man. I was here on a company trip with my 2 assistants. Wait, sorry, what did he say? Okay, so he's not like a police detective, he's a private detective. I'd like to ask each of you your name, address, hobbies, and purpose for your trip. But unfortunately, we don't have the time for that, and honestly, I couldn't care less. So for the time being, all I want from each of you is to testify where you were last night. Also, which of you discovered the body. Now I'll need to get a detailed statement from you later. I guess I'll start then. I'm Kumano Yoshisuke. Last night I closed the front desk at 1 in the morning and went back to my office. I was just about to check on the hot springs a little before 5 o'clock when a guest knocked on my door and told me there was a dead body. Okay, who was that told you? I went with that guest to the public bath, where I confirmed there was a body, and then I hurriedly contacted the rest of my guests. Alright, I have the time for that at 5:32 a.m. I know, because you woke me up then too. You know, this is gonna take too damn long with this many people here. Let's get this all done at once. Those of you who slept in your rooms last night, raise your hands. Everyone? Oh, the rare. Yeah, you recognize someone there, Skiji? Everyone, huh? Guess I should have known. Not like there's anything else to do this far out in the mountains. I was gonna say, the rare look at Ritsuka. Let's see. Mrs. Ryogi, was it? You're staying with your husband and daughter, right? Where are they? I had them stay in our room. My daughter's still just a child, so I couldn't expose her to something so terrible. Fair. Fair. If you need to interrogate me, I'll come to your room later by myself. Don't kill him, please. I mean, I know older you is more, probably more, how we say, calm? But, no. I mean, she didn't even go around, you know, killing people for minor slights, even when she was young, but I'm just saying, you know, she calmed down a little bit, I think. At least I would hope. Sir, I can't let you do that. We're not supposed to interview suspects alone. Oh, why is that? Having a third party present makes sure no one can claim the interviewer was bribed or unethically influenced. It also reduces the risk of any unfortunate accidents. Yeah. Oh my, how prudent. All the more reason I'd rather have my family not meet you. Fair? This pretty lady's with the Yakuza, alright. And I can feel her murderous intent all the way over here. What? No. That's ridiculous. Now then, who discovered the body again? Me. That'd be me. Seriously? After you disappeared yesterday, I thought you'd gone back to living in the mountains. Somehow... So the adult Sojiro is a detective. So I was right there, just he wasn't alone. And apparently, yes, this complicates things. If he's supposed to be with him, that's, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Some helpful assistant you turned out to be, Sojiro. The hell were you doing? No, wait, don't tell me. We still don't know what happened to the deceased, but I can tell what happened to you. You look awfully like you're at least 10 years younger now. I guess those wish-granting springs really do work. Yeah! Hey, yeah, I remember now. You're that guy who came here with the detective. So you got your youth back from the spring? Not really, but, Does that mean the story is about the true? I mean, I guess I'll have to say yes, because how else would you explain it? Right? Like... Great, just great. So much for a restful company retreat. Huh? Why's that? Because now it's looking a lot more likely that we're dealing with a homicide. When will the police get here? It'll take them some time given our remote location, but they should still be here by the afternoon. Alright, no one's to leave this inn until they arrive. No one. You can make yourself scarce if you want. But keep in mind, doing that means you'll be subject to a thorough questioning by the police. What's that supposed to mean? The proprietor said the victim's skull was fractured, right? She probably just slipped and hit her head. Yeah, maybe. But now you're talking about us like we're murder suspects before you've even investigated anything. I mean, that's good. There's a good reason for that. You're not like suspects. I don't believe for a second that she of all people would slip and kill herself. Yeah, no, probably not. I don't need to wait for the autopsy. In case I wasn't clear the first time, let me spell it out for you. Naozaki Aoka was murdered. And the killer is right here in this room. Ishtar, why you look so, why the sweat drop? That's suspicious. Very, very suspicious there, Ishtarin. I'm keeping my eyeballs on you. All of you are very sus. Okay, all the other guests have gone back to their rooms. What are you going to do now, detective? You're going to show me the crime scene first. Don't worry, I won't touch a thing. Sojiro, you're obviously coming with me since you're my assistant, but I'm gonna insist you come along too, Kwonji. You might be acting like this has nothing to do with you, but with Aozaki dead, that makes you my top suspect. Why? As far as he's concerned, shouldn't they just be best friends? I see you're still as blunt as ever, Tsukiji. I can't say you're wrong, though. Maybe in the years since he ends up learning more about everything. You know the detective, Miss Konji? Yes. I haven't seen him in years though. He works with Shizuki now, and he was a friend of Aoko's in high school. Calling them friends might be a bit of a stretch, but yeah. Remember, don't laugh. Vaguely, not really. I remember like the broad strokes of the story, but all the minor details I tend to forget. He originally moved to Tokyo to go into corporate detective work, but he ended up working many disturbing cases that he became better known as a private eye. Isn't that right, Tsukiji? Are you enjoying life now that you've lured my friend into pursuing your hobbies instead of letting him work an honest job? Well, that's sure one way of putting it. I'm surprised to see you here too, Kwonji. Oh, right. Yeah, he is. Yeah, right. Yeah, like I said, I remember the broad strokes of the story, but I don't remember like the little interpersonal details. Right. One of these days I want to go back through Mahoyo's story on my own, because like it makes it harder to retain things when you're like trying to commentate as you play. I want to go back through a lot of the things on my own, but I just don't have time while also trying to play and stream the current stuff I'm saying. Maybe one of these days I'll go back through and do that, but yeah. Well, that's sure one way of putting it. I'm surprised to see you here too, Kwonji. No, you two. I know I asked you to stay put since the guest ledger said Aozaki was staying with you, but if you'd rather not see her body, I understand. That said, if you got the stomach for it, then come with me. I have some questions for you. What do you think, Senpai? He may not be putting it in the friendliest terms, but I think he's genuinely trying to be considerate. Well, look, I'm with you. I want to make sure it's really her. Got it. You said your names were Ritsuka and Mash, right? You seem like decent enough folks compared to some of these other guests. I'd appreciate any help you can offer. I don't know what help will be, but, you know, we can try, I suppose. I can't be sure seeing as it's a bath, but I'd say the time of death was less than 2 hours ago, since rigor mortis hasn't set in. Anything unusual stand out to you? Well, Aoko's fully clothed, despite being in a— That's what I said! Right. It sure doesn't look like she was about to go in. Which means she probably came here for a different reason. Then the killer showed up and bashed her head in from behind. So she died from blunt force trauma. I don't suppose there's any security camera footage, is there? I would hope there's no— Well, maybe— no. I would hope there's no security cameras in the changing room or bath. That would, yeah, that'd be, I feel, a crime. A camera in the public bath? That'd be a big problem on its own. But no, there are no security cameras anywhere on the premises. Sojiro there confirmed as much when we checked in. I did? Wow, go me. What a hard worker you are, Shizuki. By the way, did you and Shizuki really come here together? Yeah, he checked every corner of the inn before saying he was going to go off to take a look at the surrounding area. And that was the last I saw of him until he came back looking like his teenage self again and said he had found Aoko dead. I've got questions for you too, Sojiro, but Aozaki comes first. I don't usually go around avenging the dead, but I'm gonna make sure whoever did this to her pays. Wow, Tobimaru. So you still haven't gotten over Aozaki? Damn, don't call him out like that! Really? You poor thing. We really airing out his old crush in front of 2 people you met yesterday? Damn. Poor guy. Poor thing. I can't believe you were still carrying a torch for Aoko even after high school. I don't have feelings for her and I don't need your pity. Quit giving people the wrong idea. When the both of you get into when the both of you get so into lockstep anyway. Senpai. Aoko, Alice, Sojiro, and Tsukishi all seem like very different people. But seeing them like this, I get the feeling they were very close friends too. Yeah. I'm starting to feel a sense of kinship with Tsukiji. Alright kids, stop whispering to each other and get me a towel from the locker room. Oh, why? Why? I know there are rules about preserving the crime scene, but I can't leave things like this. And they'll forgive me if I at least cover Aoko's corpse with a towel. Yeah, probably. Maybe. Aoko. Do a 180 for me real quick. Look behind you real fast. There's something you might want to see. And also, how? Did you see my corpse? Did I die or something? Oh wow, I did, huh? Yikes. What happened to my head? That's gnarly. You don't seem very fazed. so drunk. Huh? Man, it's actually kind of embarrassing to come across your own dead body. Well, the good news is I'm here and I'm still alive, so there's no problem. I would disagree with that assessment. I would very much disagree, actually. You know, but yeah, you're alive. That's great. Anyway, hey everyone. Oh, I don't believe I've met you two before. Nice to meet you. Us? Is she referring to us? I'm Haozaki Aoko. Could we go somewhere a little more comfortable so you can fill me in? Okay, my initial guess is like she's in a time loop, and whenever she dies, she resets to when she first got here before meeting us. I'm guessing something like that. Something along those lines. I see. So that's how the two of you met me before I died. I only just got here myself, so I obviously don't know you two all that well yet. But I could tell that you were really grieving for me. Yeah. That makes you trustworthy in my book. Thank you for caring. Do you think we could still work together? Sure, yeah. That'd be great. But, are you gonna explain how you died and there's another you, or just gonna not talk about that? Like, what are we doing? Sure, but can you tell us what's going on first? Yeah, that'd be good. Right, fair enough. This is a headache for me too. Okay, obviously there's the me who died at the spring. I'll call her Aoko 1 for short. Then there's the me who's here now, Aoko 2. Both of us are the same person, right? Okay. I'm from a point in the future, quite a while from now, actually. Okay. Like, we talk in the you who give... What? I was gonna say the her that gives Shiki his glasses, but that's a completely different timeline. So that wouldn't make sense. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she could jump timelines, but probably not. She would have to get help from old man, I always forget his name. Zelrech, I think. Miss mentioned this earlier, but I'm sure that true magic users usually actually die more often than other kinds of people. Not super present FHA. Says that returning from death would require one or true magic, so I think true magic users on record as expressing copy. Yeah, makes sense. Old man 80%. True. True. Basically, I time traveled. Okay. I came back because there was an anomaly happening in this time period. You know what a singularity is, right? Yes. It's when a time and place falls out of sync with the standard time axis and eventually messes up the surrounding historical events, if it isn't stopped. I usually ignore them because most of them go away quickly on their own, but this one looked like it could get especially bad. They don't go away on their own. We deal with them. Thank you very much. Long story short, it caught my eye. Made me realize I have a personal connection to it. That's why I time traveled here to the year 2001 from the future. To figure out what happened, of course. You with me so far? Yeah. Sojiro. Buddy. Well, why isn't anyone saying anything? You know, just casually speaking of time travel. Which, I mean, for Kaladi, well, I mean, I guess the only one it should really be a surprise for is Tsukiji. We already told Alice and Sojiro about how this all worked, I think. I assume we told them we were from the future. I would think. Let's see if I finally got my first scope after having that movie. Really? You only just got the... Huh. Because, yeah, I have 4 of the, HP ones. I don't remember the name of the actual card. But I got 4 of those before finally getting a actual kaleidoscope. Well, why isn't anyone saying anything? We get that you're from the future, but one of you is still dead. True. Real. Oh, that's because this is a unique situation. Yeah, I'm guessing dying here doesn't... I don't know. As long as the singularity's intact, anything that happens in it has no effect on history. Well, that's not necessarily true, though. Because... Okay, well... That's why I'm still alive and well in the future, even though the other Aoko died here. Right. My future self learned of Aoko 1's death, so I jumped over here as Aoko 2. But that doesn't mean the future Aoko isn't there anymore. She'll be fine as long as the singularity doesn't grow, saturate, and take root. Okay. Right, okay, right, yeah. So the reason the big singularities do kind of affect history is because they did take root, kind of. Oh no, they definitely did, because that's... Yeah, right, yeah. Because the incineration of humanity required them to have happened. And we just retroactively fixed them. Whereas the smaller event ones, yeah, okay, makes sense. Basically, even if I die here, there'll be another one of me along to take her place. I call this the Aozaki Rocket Pencil Experimental Method. Oh, right, rocket pencil. Of course. What's a rocket pencil? So it's no problem that Aoko 1 is dead. Just think of her as a kind of debt I've racked up. What kind of debt, exactly? Once the singularity's gone, it'll be like I never borrowed anything. So I'll definitely help you get rid of it in any way I can. I appreciate that. So your future self can send copies of yourself here like clones. Doesn't that sound a bit like the servant system? Maybe it's a kind of ray shift that uses yourself as fuel? I mean, she's uniquely qualified for time travel. Kind of, sort of. Alright, I understand how you got here. So does this mean you still remember our conversation from last night? Of course not, I only just got here. Any information Aoko 1 acquired in the singularity belongs to her alone. As Aoko 2, I'm gonna have to do my own investigating to learn the same things she knew. So whatever you and she talked about, only you know what it was now. I see. Well, last night I only confirmed 2 things with you. The first was whether you were from this time or not. You admitted that you weren't and said that the key to solving this incident must be here somewhere. Key? Not the killer? Yes, that was all Aoko 1 had to say. She was a lot more desperate than she seemed. It almost felt like she was the last person on Earth in some kind of sci-fi story, making one final gamble. But that's not the case for you, is it? It seems like you're only here because you had some vague hunch about a singularity. Well, yeah, pretty much. It's not like I was here at the same time as Aoko 1 after all. In fact, I can't visit any time and place I'm already in. My future self can travel to the past all she wants. Unless it would result in two of me occupying the same time and place. It's like a max occupancy I'm not allowed to go over. I mean, yeah, that would make sense. That'd probably cause some kind of singularity unto itself, really. If there were two of you in one place. Or I guess two of you alive in one place, that is. Things might be different if this were a parallel worlds kind of situation. But with time travel, there's no joining an event if I'm already there. The only exception to that rule would be if you were a servant. If you weren't there anymore. So Aoko 2 showed up here because Aoko 1 was killed. Do I have that right? I knew you'd be quick on the uptake, Student Council Vice President. How'd you know? You see a lot of these kinds of cases in Tokyo or something? I wouldn't think so, but maybe. Hell no. I've never heard the words preservation of humanity or singularity before in my life. To say nothing of goddamn time travel. But I know better than to ask why you do anything, Awazaki. It'd just be a waste of everyone's time. Alright, all this stuff sounds wild to me, but I'm willing to accept it, at least while we're here. I mean, you kinda have the proof in front of you. Kinda have to believe it at this point. Now let me make sure I've got all this straight. Ritsuka, Mash. You two are here to erase the singularity thing, which is being caused by a holy grail. Yes. So your primary objective is to find the holy grail and secure it. Is that accurate? And pretty much. Yeah, yes, that's right. Meanwhile, Sojiro and I would usually have nothing to do with any of this stuff. But now he's a servant because you summoned him as a heroic spirit. Yeah, what did Aoko 1 did something to current Sojiro, but we don't know where she put him, which is a problem. But now he's a servant because you summoned him as a heroic spirit or whatever. Huh. Putting aside the question of human rights, he definitely ought to make a good familiar. He's always been good at skating by with his skin intact no matter what happens. I don't skate by. I'm always barely hanging on. Yeah, you got it rough, Sojiro. You've got it rough. And as for you, Awazaki, Konji, you said you're here because the whole world could be in danger, yeah? That'd mean your objective is to get rid of the singularity too. Sounds like a hero's work to me. Me, I'd rather just take off and forget about all this. But I know too much now. Besides, if the whole world's in danger, there's no point in running. So I'm really hoping all of you can solve this case. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Anyway, we've all got the same goal, so we may as well all work together to improve our chances. That was very concise. How can you be this quick on the uptake? Simple. I don't want to die. Speaking of which, you're probably in the most precarious spot here, Awazaki. Yeah. The odds are high that whoever killed Aoko 1 is one of the other guests. And when they find out you're still alive and kicking, they're gonna lose their shit. They might well try to kill you again the moment no one else is around. I wouldn't go down that easily. Well, apparently the other you did, so... Besides, how are you so sure I was murdered? I died at a hot spring, right? Maybe I just got unlucky and slipped? Maybe you shouldn't be confessing that that's a very real possibility. Like, do you really think you're that clumsy? You once walked away fine after you got pushed off a roof. There's no way a little slip would be enough to kill you. agree. If a little careless accident was all it took, you'd have died when you were still 16. Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, if your death was accidental, it'd be a mystery for the ages. Alright. We saw you were far more, durable than any normal human back in Hell's Pavilion. It almost made us wonder if you weren't a servant yourself. So none of you see me as human, huh? Gee, thanks. You're human to me. Well, no, on my part, I'm not so sure. Oh. Saki's head is just as vulnerable as anyone else's. Who's to say she wasn't just unlucky? Sojiro! In fact, I think it was more likely to be an accident. I mean, wouldn't it be just like her to get herself killed doing something stupid? There goes the points you earned. God damn it, Sojiro! You always ruin the good things in your life. Thanks for the moral support as always. I'm dragging you down with me next time. Honestly fair. He would deserve it. Either way, we can be sure that somebody killed her. But we should also figure out figure out whether it was accidental or intentional. Maybe the killer wanted to eliminate some of the competition? Maybe? So far, that seems more likely to me too. Almost everyone here is a shitty-looking self-proclaimed psychic, looking for an easy score. So if Aozaki was causing a stir the way she usually does, they probably saw her as their biggest rival. Oh come on, it couldn't have been that bad. It's not like I was going around firing magical energy beams in front of regular people. Right, Ritsuka? I was? Wait, what? No? No? Okay. Well, we'll figure these things out as we make headway on our investigation. You wait here, Aozaki. I shouldn't need to tell you that you'll draw attention if you tag along. Ritsuka, Mash, Sojiro. Us four can go around the inn making inquiries. Yeah, I guess it'd be pretty weird for a dead woman to suddenly be up and walking again. Okay, Ritsuka, Mash, Tobimaru. Don't leave any stone unturned. That goes to you too, Shizuki. Don't get too reckless just because you're a servant now. Of course. We'll be back with some good news. What about you, Alice? Are you coming with us? Sorry, but no, I'm terrible at reading people's expressions. Yeah. At least you're aware. Wasn't there a gift shop? I'll go have a cup of tea there. Stop by if you're missing anything. I should be able to come up with a simple magecraft item if you need one. Oh. They're giving us lore as to why she's running the shop? Damn. I got over 1,000 exorcism points a while ago. Or yesterday anyway. But I guess it only just unlocked.
シャバゾートマスターは次の任務に向かうのであった。次回、マホヨコラボ第21話、煮込まれたオカルト。
We already saw this one, Robin. Get new material. Shaking my head. Anyone acting, suspicious? I can't believe someone died here. I know I was gonna go for a midday dip in the springs, but knowing there was a dead body there put me right off. Yeah, I'd hope. What was I doing last night? I just tended to my valuable merchandise and went straight to bed. No, I don't know if I believe you. What, you think the killer's one of the guests? Well, good luck with that. People don't just kill on a whim. They need a strong emotion to drive them to those lengths. There's plenty of that kind of feeling to go around on a battlefield, of course. But this place ain't that. Whether they kill for money or revenge, it's always someone they know. And connections like that can't help but leave behind signs. You can hide a murder weapon, but you can't hide your relationships. But then I guess a private eye like you doesn't need me to tell you that. Anyway, everybody here's a perfect stranger. They got no connection to anyone else, and no reason to kill someone without doing something about the body. Me, I think a bear got the poor girl. Not that it's any comfort. X'd out on the bear? You want my alibi? Well, I don't remember when I fell asleep. I'm usually pretty good at keeping a regular schedule, but I had a little too much to drink last night. Anyway, I can't believe the paper bag woman is dead. Those other sidekicks aren't in the same league as me. But I thought she could at least give me a run for my money. Can't believe a curse got her first. Why do I think a curse did it? A hunch. As a gunslinger myself, I could tell right away she was one hell of a sharpshooter. Yeah. There's no way another guest could have killed someone as talented as her, so it must have been a curse. Man, this sucks. I was hoping we could have had a drink together before our inevitable duel to the death. After my evening prayer, I went straight to bed at 10 o'clock and didn't wake up until 5. No, it wasn't the commotion that woke me up. I've always been an early riser. What do I think of Aozaki's death? Didn't she just slip and hit her head? I don't know. She was probably in such a hurry to go in the secret bath before anyone else that she wasn't watching her step. I don't know about that. I do understand how she must have felt, though. I would have made the same mistake if one of the secret baths improved your financial luck. Yeah, I'm sure. It wasn't me. Aozaki Aoko wasn't my I only twist people I've been asked to twist. Trust is everything in this business. After all. Oh, you weren't talking about that, were you? Well, I'm afraid I can't verify my alibi very easily. Yeah. I was all alone in my room. But without any security cameras in this inn, I have no way of proving that. Although I did notice the door to Ryogi's Chimera room stayed closed all night. How do you... Were you just like peeking out your door, staring at hers all night? Like what? So I can verify her alibi. Oh. She said she's here with her family. But I never heard her peep out of her room. If that isn't suspicious, I don't know what is. You know, even in the most peaceful places, there are things in this world that no one should ever see. Yeah? Good person, bad person, doesn't matter. The very act of seeing such terrifying things is a sin. I think that's what happened to Aozaki. She must have seen a boundary, a glitch in our world that no living person should. Perhaps she gazed into the bottomless abyss endemic to human society, the kind of abyss no one can escape except to death. Alright, that's everyone we could find in the halls. The other guests must still be in their rooms. So far, everyone's claimed to be sleeping last night, unsurprisingly. Even though Fujino's story is a bit odd, with how she somehow knows that Ryogi's bedroom was closed all night, but it's whatever. They all had the same kind of opinion about Aozaki's death, cause of death too. None of them seemed all that disturbed by the fact that someone died here. And none of them thought that she was murdered either. Since they're all psychics, maybe they're used to dealing with dead bodies? Probably. Or maybe they all think it's normal that someone would die at the sin. Anyway, it's already 2 in the afternoon. The police sure are taking their sweet time.
Pardon me, everyone. As a matter of fact, I just spoke to the police on the phone. They said they don't know when they'll be able to get here because they can't enter the mountain.
That's weird. Can't enter it? Why not? Was there a landslide or something?
And I asked them the same thing, but all they would say was they can't do it. And the officer I spoke to sounded pretty confused as well. The only other thing he said was to prioritize the guests' safety until they can figure out the situation. Anyway, it's not unusual for there to be issues with the mountain roads at this time of year. I'm just glad nothing happened to the inn. The new building is built to withstand anything. But the older building dates back to the early Showa period in the late 1920s. So it would collapse in an instant if there was a landslide or such.
Excuse me. Does that mean the old building has remained in its current form since it was built?
Yes, that's right. Though I do keep it tidy.
Did you put up the Idol posters, Yoshisuke? Yeah, you an Idol fan?
Yes, I did. I bought a few spares from the shopping district near the station to help liven the place up.
Oh.
And they say there's no price higher than free.
But if you ask me, free is the best price you can get.
Heh.
So that's why you have all these cheap-looking posters of idols from the 90s in here. You should have gone with posters of Showa-era Enka singers. At least they'd fit the theme.
I really like these posters. There's just something encouraging about them. That reminds me, Mr. Yoshisuke said he used to work in the entertainment industry. Had you heard of him, Tsukiji?
Never been big on watching TV, so no, I hadn't. I couldn't tell you if these posters mattered either. Like, do they advertise this because they're popular? Advertise like this because they're popular? Or are they popular because they advertise like this? Either way, it's all just a bluff. It's ridiculous. They should know you can't drag things out forever. If you want to sell a product, that product should be the star. If you want to make a star look good, then you should be using your budget to give them a place to shine. And that's not even getting into the whole problem of how inherently interchangeable these posters are. Whenever the next trend rolls around, you can just take them down and swap them out, no sweat. They may as well be screaming, "Don't bother caring about me. I'm replaceable." And I won't go so far as to say that marketers ought to make their own museums or anything, but they should be trying for campaigns that people will remember.
I see you're quite conservative, detective. Or perhaps I should say you were well raised.
What do you mean by that?
People don't think in such lofty terms. They don't want something that'll last them all their lives. They just want to get through their day and have fun doing it. But what about life-changing masterpieces, you say? Beacons of hope? Sure, they'll still emerge now and then, but they never last more than 6 months in the public eye. Emotional experiences are just compost to the public. Detective, there's always someone new waiting in the wings to provide the next dose of entertainment. Stars come and go, and that's what they do, and there's as many of them as there are real stars in the sky. That's the kind of world we made, an industry where stars rise and fall swiftly, and there's no end of them to choose from. Besides, any culture that hangs on to a single emotional experience forever, like a crutch, is a culture that's gone stagnant.
You're sounding very, honestly kind of sounding like Chaldea when it comes to dealing with lost belts. Like, stagnant? Who needs it?
But emotions, the brilliance that people want to see, now that is as varied as there are stars in the sky. And that's the nature of entertainment. The new is always ready to overwrite the old. Oh, but that's enough out of me. I still have to do something about the springs. Would you all be so kind as to carry the deceased for me? Hell's Pavilion should be perfect for it.
Shouldn't you not touch the body?
And that place is a natural icebox. There's no better place around here to preserve a dead body.
I guess.
Holy hell. I can't believe I'm gonna have to carry Aozaki's dead body of all things. You know, maybe I ought to make her carry it herself.
What better way to say goodbye to her past life? Bruh.
As if her luck wasn't already bad enough.
That would be the nail in the coffin. Besides, nobody should be carrying a dead body unless it's been cremated.
Why don't you all go back to the room? It'll take some time and effort, but I can move the body to the cave myself. In the meantime, you should have an idea who the killer is now, right? I can't wait to hear your answer when I get back in an hour.
Do we? Huh? What? Huh? Do you have any idea who he was talking about, Senpai? I guess Yoshisuke. There was one person who was very clearly shady.
Yeah, that's encouraging. But I guess it makes sense that you know your stuff when it comes to the paranormal. Probably makes it easier to see things and arrive at conclusions that ordinary people would never get. Right then, back to the sky room. I hope you've got something good, Ritsuka.
We'll see. No promises. Oh my god, yap.
Welcome back. Learn anything useful?
More or less. Sojiro will be back after he carries the body to the nearby cave.
Oh, right.
Guess they can't just leave me like that. Yeah. But bringing me to a place called Hell's Pavilion? I just hope I don't come back as a zombie. You might.
I can definitely see that happening with you, Aozaki.
If it does, I'll lay you to rest with a bullet filled with all my years of frustration. Maybe don't say that to her face. Hang on, you have a gun, Tobimaru? In Japan? You're not even a police officer.
It was just a figure of speech. Don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah, I believe you. Now, as I was saying...
Ritsuga, you said you have an idea of the situation. Mind filling us in?
This might be kind of obvious, but... I'm wondering who else went into the Spring of Youth.
What do you mean? Sojiro, obviously. Like Kumano said, the springs only work on one person per year, so it must have been him.
No, your Sojiro is still here somewhere. I'm sorry, that's not quite correct. I'm afraid we may not have explained ourselves sufficiently earlier. Sojiro looks the way he does now because he was summoned as a servant. He didn't regain his youth from the spring. So if the spring really does work and someone here went in it, there's a very good chance they would have run into Alco 1. Ritsuka, did you see anyone among the guests who looked like they got younger? Yeah, I was wondering about her outfit. I was like, the outfit's different. But you could only see... Yeah, okay. Ishtarian. Dun dun dun. Makes you know, to be fair, I didn't really notice either. I was just like, oh, she has a different outfit on. But yeah, no. I'm surprised no one, because I didn't look at it closely before, but yeah, after seeing it there at the end of that node there, she's definitely smaller. I'm surprised no one noticed that. I don't know. Like, huh, you're weirdly like 4 inches shorter. Oh. Yourself pointed. Well, I was mostly just joking because she was the only one with like a sweat drop. I didn't even like really realize that she looked younger. I was like, you're sweating. That could have just been out of, you know, nervousness at the fact someone died. But yeah, no, you know, seeing her properly, like that was literally the outfit she has in Fate Zero as a kid, right? I'm pretty sure. Or as Rin does, not Ishtar, but you know what I mean. Or Ishtarin. Alright, an Gacha. Well, that's weird. Are we gonna be assaulted by Fujino? Or maybe some spirits? Because Fujino is the only archer among the people here. Okay, this is the Pang room where the cowgirl is staying. We can knock if you want, but are you sure you don't want to wait for Sojo to get back from the cave? That's alright. Me, Ritsuka, and Mash should be able to handle her. Go on, Tobimaru. Knock. She might run away if we take too long. Alright, if things get rough, I'm tagging you in. Hello? Ishtarin? It's Tsukiji, the detective. We'd like to talk to you about Awazaki Aoko. Mind opening your door? Aoko, you might want to like hide around a corner for a second, you know? Ahem. You've reached the room of Jolene the Ghost Hunter. Unfortunately, she's not available right now. Uh-huh. Right. If you wish to speak with her, please try visiting her in Texas in a few days. How about no? What? No. That's a voice changer if I've ever heard one. That might be one of the stupidest I'm not home acts I've ever seen. Well, nothing we can do now but wait for... Alco's like, nah, fuck this. It looks like a familiar magic bullet just broke down the door for us. Yeah, weird. Oh my, I wonder what happened. Maybe this inn is older than it looks if doors are just falling apart on their own. Well, let's just chalk it up to a stroke of good karma, shall we? Hi, don't mind if we let ourselves in. Okay, that's cute. that's kind of adorable. Got her little gun. Hey, what do you think you're doing in here? I could sue you for property damage and invasion of privacy. You definitely could not sue for property damage. Invasion of privacy, maybe. But this isn't your property. So you can't sue for that one. Believe me, I come from the land of lawsuits, so don't think I won't do it. Do you know who you're dealing with? Yeah. Kind of. I think so. You're looking at the famed genius exorcist who sent countless ghosts, deadbeats, to the next life in the court of law. They even call me Estrella, the goddess of justice. X to doubt. The one and only Eek! You're alive? I don't believe it. This can't be happening. Evil spirit, be gone! Be gone! She's not... She's got a gun? I mean, she's apparently American. Look out! Oh, it's a popcorn gun? It's equally hard to believe, but these bullets are made of popcorn. Really? Oh, huh, you're right. Pretty good popcorn, too. The heat from her gun is causing her sagaki rice to expand like puffed rice. That's pretty clever. She might even give my sister a run for her money. Eek, she looked at me! Save me, Jane! The demon's coming to kill me! Oh, apparently Calamity Jane's here too. Come on, we gotta go after her. What events go into Space Ishtar's backstory? Because I wanna watch those specifically. Because I'm so curious about this creature. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Stay away. Only Saber Wars 2? Oh. Damn. Well. At least it was one that I already had well on the list. But this isn't Space Ishtar, she's Ishtarian. True. Very true. It's fair enough. I'm sorry. We just want to talk. If you've got nothing to hide, then there shouldn't be any need to run. True.
Ishtaran's heading for the old building. Oh, wait, this hallway, this is...
The endless hallway. Oh boy.
Huh?
Are these ghosts? Sweet. After 10 long years of ghost hunting, I finally saw my first spirits. Wait, you've never dealt with... Wait, that means I'm in trouble! Ah, evil spirits be gone! Evil spirits be gone! So you're a famous ghost hunter, but you've never actually met any ghosts. Okay. Crap, now I'm even more dead meat. Help! Save me! Okay. If you fess up, sure.
Evil spirits are going after Ishtaran. We have to help her.
Of course, fine. If we must. If we gotta. Alright. Hang on, let me turn the event filter back on. There we go. Yeah, give me the milk. Manuel. Alright, so I had to bring Mash, right? Alright, let me grab her first. Alright, from here, give me a Bazzetto. Let's put her in back, though. Actually, no, leave... Yeah, leave her in front. Let's see, 4-star Berserker, Shojiro. Jean, where's Jean? There she is. And then Lakshmi. Because Lakshmi is 5,000 away from Bonda. 3,000 actually. Alright. Yeah, so this will be fine. I guess I should probably give them craft essences, huh? Craft essences... Actually, no. Well, I'm gonna give that to Jean, because I'm gonna swap them... Or Sojiro. Yeah, Sojiro. Swap them around like that, and there should be... Wait, actually, I can give the 3-star one... There we go. Alright. To battle. Alright, spirits. You're about to meet the premier demon hunter in all of time and space. Mashu Kirilight.
始める。吹き飛ばされないよう下がっていて。
Defense mechanisms? Fascinating. Actually, hang on. Is you... Mellow, you concern me sometimes. I won't lie. You're very, very concerning. A crit would have been lovely. Well, at least Sojiro does his job. Can't say the same about anyone else. Go man. Go man. I like how like most of his attacks are just him getting Aoko to do it. Or Alice. The utensils I'm pretty sure are Alice, but or it's them trying to attack him. Because he only has like 3 attacks of his own, 4 if you include his Noble Phantasm. There's the one where he does the like punch, the one where he throws a rock, the one where he gets on his scooter with his mascot costume. And then that's like... And then his Noble Phantasm. The rest are all other people. Which, you know, fair enough. He is but a man. Alright, Mello. You wanna just invert their testicles for me? Ikuzo. And you didn't even kill. Okay. Well, Sojiro will do it, I guess. The man, the myth, the legend. I did double Sojiro with Noble Phantasm because I kind of assumed Melus would just kill everything or both things. So I was like, oh, sure, I'll throw double Sojiro on there. But if I had known she wouldn't kill them, yeah, I would have changed it up. Oh well. I was like, no. Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Oh, good. Tearstone of Blood. I need like 20 of those right now. There, we made it. Huh? I thought they came to help, but now they're gone? You can't trust anybody these days. We're back at the hallway's entrance? Master, something supernatural's at work. Portable Shiba's temporal calculations are in flux. It looks like whenever we try to cross this hallway in this state, time gets rewound by the same length of time it took us to cross. And since it's time that's getting reset rather than distance, we'll never be able to reach Ishturn at this rate, even if we could cross these 100 meters instantly. So that's what makes this hallway endless, huh? It goes on forever in a sense. Yeah. Alright. I didn't want to have to use this, but I'm going to cheat a little. Yeah, gonna use your own time powers? If we don't do something soon, those ghosts are gonna kill her. Saving lives comes first. Are you going to go outside and circle around from the old building? That would make sense. I'm just gonna go straight to her. How do you think I came to this singularity in the first place? Time travel? If reaching the goal sends us back, then I just have to jump to a point past the goal. May that make sense? I'll show you what real magic can do. It might not be as flashy as you'd expect from a magician, though. I was expecting them to be like, wait, what? Because, like, even though, you know, the fact that she was time traveling herself, you'd think would tip them off, but I was expecting them to be like, wait, like we one of you only 5? That kind of magician? You mean that kind of magician? One of the ones that wield true magic? I was expecting them to be all like, what? But I guess not. Alright, well. In this quest, you'll be defeated if NPC Awazaki Aoko is defeated. Okay. I wish I could just set it to use one of my fucking party setups. Pfft. It's annoying that I have to do this manually every single goddamn time. Bazet. I already forgot. Who was the last one? Oh right, MASH. But I'm questioning everything. Oh, Liz. Yeah, Liz. Duh, of course. My sweet, my baby girl. Alright. Boom. Actually, no, I'm giving that to you. No, that goes on you. You're gonna get swapped out. I will give you one of these though. You get that. You get that.
to find more ghosts.
I don't remember if true magic was explained 2 weeks ago. I feel like that was at least a mention. I don't think either is super knowledgeable of true magic and the comps are down, so Da Vinci can't tell him. Yeah. Fair enough, I don't know. I would think Mash would know, though. Like, I get Ritsuka not knowing, but you'd think Mash for sure would. But, I don't know. Alright, Alco.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you haven't.
Alright. Let's have her attack to this one. She might kill it, so I'll throw Liz in there instead of doing full. Oh yeah. Nice, nice knee to the face there. Out. Ooh, Elizabeth. The one who holds the key to my heart. Okay, Sojiro, you're up. I don't remember. Nice rock. Love me a good rock. I like how he just like stances up like like bro just meanders. I mean, makes sense, His whole thing is, seeming unthreatening right up until he murders something. That's his whole shtick. All right. All right, Lizzie. Ike. And no, actually no. No. I'm not sacrificing my boy. Not again. I refuse. There you go, Liz. My goat. Endless Hallway's power activates, okay? Go, Aoko. Subvert time itself.
Ooh, another tearstone of blood.
Keep letting me fight these eyeballs in this hallway, please. I want all the tear stones. give them to me. Not sane. 5 timeless words. We did it. We made it to the other side.
I'm saved?
Hardly. That depends on you. Yeah, did you murder her? You might be safe from the hallway ghosts now, but we're not done with you yet. So tell us, why did you run away the moment you saw my face? Well? Go on. Senpai, it's great that Aoko took care of this problem for us, but I think that was, Oh, okay, so Mashu recognizes it. That almost looked like you ray shifted for a split second. Something like that. I guess I was kind of showing off. It might seem handy, but it's a really tight squeeze. I have to be really careful about how I use it, or I'll need to work 3 times as hard later to make up for it. It's kind of like the more I use it, the more debt I rack up, you know? Finally caught up. So, did you apprehend the suspect? Nice of you to join us, Tobimaru. We were just about to start questioning her.
So, Ishtarin, did you kill me?
Yes, I confess, I did kill that zombie. Oh, well, I guess I did. It was more like I was so scared I couldn't do anything.
You couldn't do anything?
Yes, the truth is, I'm no exorcist. I'm a bounty hunter who goes after a different kind of ghost. Desperate people who ghost their debts, scammers, and so on. The only reason I came to this country is because I heard about the Spring of Youth. Right. So last night, after the proprietor left the front desk, you thought you'd take a dip, huh?
I snuck into the Spring of Youth around 1 in the morning and waited for it to come in.
It was really cold. I guess that'd be the surest way to get in first, yeah. I began bubbling up around 4 and I was all, yay, I'm gonna kill it this swimsuit season. Yeah, but then it turns you into what? 10, 11? Like, I think if anything, you just kind of, yeah. Could probably just cause more problems for yourself. But then I heard the door to the bath open. I thought it was the proprietor, so I panicked and hid. I didn't want to get in trouble after all. But it wasn't him, it was her, the zombie woman. I get how you feel, but would you mind using my actual name? Where'd you hide? I didn't see anywhere to hide in the bath.
I hid in the spring itself.
I kept my whole body submerged and my back flat on the ground like a flounder. Oh. Damn, that's... wow. You weren't, like, burning alive? So that could work. The bathwater from a natural hot spring can get pretty murky. I'm not even gonna ask how you managed to breathe. It wasn't easy. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead right now if you hadn't died first. So that was when Awazaki was killed?
Yeah, I saw someone else come up behind the
Aoko while I was hiding. I couldn't make out more than a silhouette through the water, though. And what was it, a short, stout guy? Then it was the proprietor. If not, you know, that makes it a bit harder. Anyway, I soon heard what sounded like arguing. And the next moment, they started attacking each other. I couldn't hold my breath any longer, so I poked my head out of the water as quietly as I could. And there was Aoko, dead as a doorknob. It was horrible, and I couldn't do anything to stop it because I'm a coward who only cares about saving her own skin. If only I made a show of getting out of the bath, this would never have happened. I may as well have killed her myself. Any idea who this other person was?
Don't be stupid.
If the killer couldn't see me, then of course I couldn't see them either. True, fair enough. So you didn't get a good look at their face, huh? Well, that's fine. They probably won't be coming back anytime soon anyway. The fact that there's no trace of the killer means I probably blasted them away somewhere. Probably outside the singularity so they couldn't interfere. Maybe you vaporized your killer without a trace? If I had, then a whole side of the bath would have been gone too. I'm not that brutal, you know. Well, aren't you though? Aren't you really though? Like, let's be honest with ourselves here, Aoko, you know. Ah, God. I can tell I'm getting old, man. My hair is receding. I'll swear that was like a half an inch lower, like 2 years ago. Ah, life, man. Look at that. Look. It's going so far back. Ah, life. So we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity. Yeah, pretty much. I was just looking over at my OBS and I saw how far back it looked. I was like, oh my god. And me like rubbing at it probably doesn't help.
Alright, since the inn remains a singularity, it seems that whoever did it wasn't in possession of the Holy Grail.
Yeah, probably not. At least we know how Awazaki died now, so we can put that subject on hold for now. You and Mash are here to find the Holy Grail, right, Ritsuka? We can take our time with Awazaki. So what are you going to do now, cowgirl? If you're planning on sticking around, I can place you under protection.
Hell no! I'm not sticking around a scary inn like this any longer.
Fair.
I put out an SOS to my partner first thing in the morning, so she should be here to pick me up soon.
I wouldn't count on that. Not even the police can get here right now.
Humph! You don't know Jane. She's a world-class scout, and there's no place on Earth that can keep her out. For your sake, I hope you're right. Anyway, before I get out of here, I'll tell you what I heard in the bath as thanks for saving my life.
Oh, so you heard something?
You mean back when you were acting like a flounder? Yeah. Before the other person showed up, I heard Aoko muttering to herself.
I'll kill anyone who tries to go in the springs. Nobody's getting their wish granted on my watch. Aoko? Eh? Maybe it's the granting of the wishes that is causing the singularity's potential to destroy the world to speed up? Or something?
仕事の時間だ。頑張ろう。
Ooh, shiny.
さらにいいものをもらって。
Alright. I mean, if they're, you know, yeah, you know. Ushiwaka. Alice Banner's supposed to leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give up on someone. Oh, so I guess Jane got here somehow. Okay. I mean, good for Ishtarin. She escaped as she wanted. So Ishtarin's gone now, huh? I guess it's one less suspect to worry about. If we're just talking about who has the Grail, then yeah. Too bad you and Mash haven't made any progress on your investigation, Ritsuka. No surprise there, seeing how this whole inn and everyone in it is suspicious as hell. I'm jealous at how much work you've got cut out for you.
Humph. I see you're completely in spectator mode now, Tobimaru. But then you always did have a habit of sneering at other people's suffering. I'm sorry he's such a jerk, you two. I'll make sure he gets what's coming to him later.
Are we all in the bath together? Why are we all in the same... okay.
Oh no, it's fine. Yeah, I can tell he's trying to encourage us in his own way. He may seem cold at first, but I've seen that he's actually very thoughtful and considerate. Tobimaru thoughtful? I think you might be confusing that with high-strung. Anyway, never mind him. How's the water, Ritsuka? It's good. I think. Oh.
I wish I could can I do the... No, I can't do the thing to get rid of the... The drag down doesn't work on choice screens. Is the Questmaster gender dependent? If you want to see both Shizuki, you can change it. Oh. Okay, so I guess they're just talking to each other through the wall between men and women's. Okay. For a second, I thought they were all in one bath. I was like, it's incredible. This inn might be ridiculous, but I love that it lets you reserve this awesome outdoor bath. Though I didn't think you were going to join us too, Alice. I just came to hear how things went today. I don't have any interest in outdoor mountain baths or anything like that. Sure you don't. I believe you. Yeah, I'm quite sure, Alice. Quite sure. Man. Alice, you didn't grow up much, did ya? At least compared to Alco. I mean, don't worry, you're already 30. I'm sure you have another growth spurt coming. For
5 to 4.
Alice is so uncoordinated, she could drown in a puddle. Damn.
There's no way she'd ever visit a bath like this where one wrong step would make her sink like a step.
Glub glub. Yeah. Now who's sinking, Robin? Now who's sinking? Anyway, I couldn't believe the Spring of Youth was real. I thought for sure those stories were all made up.
I'm more surprised that people actually believe them enough to come here. Oh, what about all of you? Would you like to be young again if you could?
Yeah. It depends on whether you mean young in heart, body, or both, but I think I'd pass on all of them. And now, if I could be another version of me entirely, then I'd have to think about it.
I'd pass too. Besides, the whole question's pointless.
I don't want to get any older, but I'm not exactly raring to be a kid again either. Maybe I'd go for it if it was just my body getting younger. But if that cowgirl's any indication, it looks like it's a package deal.
I still have a lot of growing up to do, so I'd rather do that than get even younger.
I honestly can't say right now.
Huh? So none of you would go for it?
Guess we'll have to see how you feel in 10 years then. And what about you, Awazaki? I knew Kwonji hadn't changed, but how come you still look the same as you did 10 years ago? Because I came here from a future where I still look the same as I did 10 years ago, obviously. You know, fair, fair, I guess? I can't really argue with that logic. There's another Awazaki Aoko outside the singularity somewhere on this Earth of 2001 who looks every bit a grown-up. Yeah.
Maybe she's even back in Japan right now.
What, are you disappointed you won't get to see her? Is that supposed to be a reference to the fact that she's probably... Well, no, 2001, not... So no, I guess she... Well, no, I guess Melty Blood... The early Melty Bloods, not the remake Melty Blood. Takes place around about 2001, right? So... Yeah, I guess there is a adult-looking Aoko in Japan right now, outside of the singularity. Technically. It's close to Ojisuki period. Yeah, Ojisuki is 99, 2000, right? So yeah, meaning, yeah, Multi-Blood would probably be the 01. So... Or at least maybe like Actress Again, at least. Actress Again's story. I don't know how long of a stretch of time each of the Multi-Blood stories takes place. Like, do they all happen within? No, I feel like they said there was like probably it spanned over at least a year, right, for all the Multi-Bloods. Had to have. Wiki places multiple actors again. Yeah. Like it says, yeah, okay.
What, are you disappointed you won't get to see her?
Nah, I already know she's just drifting around aimlessly with no more than a guitar and the clothes on her back. I can see it so clearly it's actually boring. No, he's not wrong.
Hey, at least call me a rock singer.
Sure. Sure. I'm glad we're all getting along, but maybe we should get back to the problem at hand. He's right, of course he is. We still don't know who killed Aozaki, but we do know that they're gone from this world now thanks to Aozaki herself, unfortunately. And it was a cruel and excessive form of self-defense, but at least it means the threat is gone now. Cruel and excessive? She was murdered! What? I just sent them I didn't kill them. I just sent them somewhere far away. Yeah, hell. The real problem now is, what did Aozaki-1 find out before she was killed? He's good. Do you remember what she said to us last night before you went your separate ways? Of course they do. She said the world was gonna be destroyed. Or humankind at least will be wiped out. Maybe the world will be fine. Maybe the world will be fine, but, you know, humanity, not so much. Yeah.
Huh?
Whoa, come on. She must have been exaggerating. No, wait. That kind of joke's way too clever for Aozaki. Bro, Tsukiji, come on, man. So then she was serious? Believe me, that's what I want to know. Humankind wiped out? A wishing star? What could she have been talking about? You don't know?
What a joke.
This is less than helpful.
Is there no way you can recover what Aoko-1 experienced, Aoko?
Actually, yes. I can't do it now, but as time passes, the information we had should merge. Oh, that's good. So I should know what it was Aoko-1 saw in about 2 more days.
Good things come to those who wait.
So in the meantime, I'll help you out with your job, Ritsuka. Oh, thanks. For the time being, we can start by questioning the rest of the guests staying at this inn. They're bound to have a real reason they came here, like Ishtarin. Once you find that out, the answer is sure to present itself. Well, we already know why Bazit is here.
Right. I feel very good about this investigation. Knowing you're all here to help. You'll all be here to help us.
You know, I just remembered something from yesterday. What?
Oh, would this be the 2 questions Alice had for Aoko-1?
Oh yeah, she only told us one of them, right?
I see.
Well, last night I only confirmed 2 things with you. The first is whether you were from this time or not.
You admitted that you weren't, so that the key to solving this incident must be here somewhere. Oh right, you still haven't told us what the second thing you asked Aoko one was, Alice? So what was it? Are you sure you want me to say it? I let it drop on purpose to try and be considerate. She doesn't even know what you're... Yes, I'm sure. It must be an incredibly important secret, right? I won't be able to sleep until I know what it is. Well, speaking as your friend who hadn't seen you for several years, I asked you if you were still single. Everyone besides Awazaki Aoko. Well, Alice, you've done it again. You don't mind if I sue you? You told her to ask! Also, how's it defamation? She's asking. You don't mind if I sue you for defamation, right? Also, I think a judge would probably throw it out even if it was a statement. Like, if she said, can't believe you're still single after all this time. Like, I think a judge would look at that and be like, no. No. Okay. Alright. Free quest. I have to do this to unlock the next one. Yeah. Mission 12A.
自分、今回は普段よりおとなしいんすよね。空気読んで黙ってるっていう
Yeah, no, I know.
一芸さんに
I know,
感じてる
yeah.
が疑われるようなことはしないっす。
It's just...
Kumano 来たっすね、カルディアのマスターくん。
I still think a judge would throw it out,
のように働くっすよ。
like citing that it's
ネタは
ridiculous
新鮮なやつで
to sue
頼む。
over such a inconsequential thing. Okay, I should get that from just clearing this request, I think, right? Probably. Oh, what did this say? The corridor you can't get through, is this a rejection of one's identity? Well, if that's the case, I suggest a cheap move of just flying over it, and then the enraged ghost approaches for a dogfight. By the way, this is supposed to be a fighter plane battle, so why is it called a dogfight? Okay, so this one I'm assuming I have to bring a flying servant to get the extra enemy? A flying servant. Who would qualify as a flying servant? Berserker Lancelot. Unfortunately, I don't have Berserker Lancelot. Ryoma, maybe? Would Ryoma count? Oh, right, yeah, Ibuki. She's literally floating all the time. You're so right. Get rid of this craft essence. Alright. Actually, do I have to have her in front? I might have to have her in front. Yeah, let me put her in front just to be safe. The straight labyrinth, not the... Never mind. Straight labyrinth? What about the gay labyrinth?
進軍を開始する。いいんじゃ。はーい。前に出る。と。せい。はあ。
Why is it called a dogfight? Yeah, it's a good... I know, I feel like I've heard the answer before, but I don't remember what it was. I think it had something to do with, like... Yeah, I don't know.
あちらですか。こうだ。
I want to say it has to...
危ないですよ。分かれ。
I don't know. Why is a plane battle called a dogfight? Huh.
あち前に出る。わかりました。危ないですよ。分かれ。この地より立ち去れ。
Why on... Whoops. Plane battles called dogfights. Chaotic, fast-paced, and tangled nature of the fight, which resembles dogs fighting in a circle. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Kind of.
はい。そこですね。分かれ。
I mean, it's not wrong, but...
加減が難しいのよね。いきますわよ。力。あまりせわしく動かないでください。いいんじゃない？あちらですか？
Wipe out this frontliner, please.
危ないですよ。
Should be good. Yeah. Hang on. I didn't bring anyone who... No. No one who gives other people Noble Phantasm Gauge.
私の方が強い。
Is she... No, a single enemy? No, I don't want to waste that here. Ah, well.
わかりました。前に出る。いい指示だ。一斉射撃。
Crit?
危ないですよ。
Thank you.
この地より立ち
Cool again. That'll kill. Probably.
と。
Yes.
そこですね。こうだ。
Alright. Who's the servant, eh? Oh, Theseus! How you doing? Can't get out. Oh no, he's just been trapped here. Not again! Poor guy. He's destined to get trapped over and over and over again. Apparently.
はい。ねじり切ってしまいますね。あちらですか？
Well, hopefully he'll get out.
上がれ。
We'll free him with our murdering of him, I guess.
こうだ。
Better than being trapped in an endless hallway, I guess. Probably give him PTSD.
あちらです。いい指示だ。
Wait, I don't think I got the... Yeah, I didn't get the extra enemy. It was just Theseus and then those two. There was no extra... Huh. Get extra enemies on the previous, but it's always is it? I'm pretty sure it's always the last fight though. That the actual extra enemy. Maybe not. Maybe I just maybe I don't know.
山のような仕事とかけてよく
Maybe
晴
not.
れた日と解くす
Okay, apparently that wasn't enough to get me to 4K exorcism points. That's a bit annoying. Defeat 40 berserker class enemies. Well, if I do that, if I could do that, I won't have any AP left to continue. Oh no, I'll have 15. Wasn't there... Where was the berserker enemies? Wasn't there a... Oh, there wasn't. Here? Oh, here. Here we go. You know what? I think I'll stop here for now, actually. Just because if I... Like, I know I just got a silver fruit, but, like... I don't know. If I do this, all the way down to 16, I'll pretty much be forced to use a silver fruit. Depending on how many... battle nodes there are. I think I'll just leave this for tomorrow. Just because I wouldn't want to do this entire section anyway today. Because it would be... probably another 2 hours. And then yeah. So I think I'll just stop here. I'll do one... Assuming they're all roughly this length, I'll do all... like one like a day, probably. I'll do it that way. But first, hang on, let me check. Because based off the hint, I'm assuming it's flying enemies. That needs. Yeah, as you can see, I missed one enemy. There was one that didn't spawn, and that had to have been the flying one it was talking about. So who if Ibuki didn't count, flying servants, FGL. Let me look. Levitating servants. Okay, so maybe it's not levitating servants, because Ibuki is on here. So then... Maybe that one enemy just... didn't... Maybe it only has a chance of spawning, even if you bring the right kind of... unit? Wave 3 bonus condition. Winged servant! Yeah. That would do it. Hang on, let me look. Winged servant. Gorgon has feathers, but she's not floating. And it's not really wings. Valks do count. I don't have the Valkyries though. Is Cersei she has wings, but does she float? I don't think she counts as floating. Cause it's for sure you have to have both, right? Don't need both on the same servant. Yeah, oh yeah, true. I guess you could bring. I guess you could just bring both her and Ibuki. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. For some reason, I was assuming it had to be on one servant, but if that's not a requirement, then okay, yeah, I can do that. I can just bring Cersei and Ibuki. That's easy enough. For some reason in my head, I was like, I had it as it had to be on one. I don't know why, but yeah, as long as it's just okay, yeah, doable. But yeah, well, cause you dream of bond farming. Yeah, it's my one and only hope. Anyway, at least Aoko's not dead. There's that. So you know, her not being dead is good. Although I still don't, because it was only an assertion or assumption on Aoko's part that her other self blasted the said person out of here. There's no guarantee that's what actually happened. It could very well be that they're still around and weren't blasted from the singularity. Like, there's no guarantee that she's correct in her thinking. But everyone else seems to have accepted it, so you wanna see the CG? Yeah, why not? I don't particularly need to see it, but why not? Alright, let's see. Material story, right? And then event quest. What? I think I did the wrong thing. Or I just have to skip through this. Alright, hang on. I was hoping it'd let you pick where you started at, but apparently not. Alright, should... No, one more. No, one more. Okay, and I just click through this for a bit. Come on, yeah. Doesn't let me like click through and skip this.
over here. Come on. The fucking dog collar, man. I can't. Ugh. That's crazy. Like, I know it's his younger self right now, but still, the fact that he's kept it all this time. I mean, to be fair, his older self was wearing bandages instead, so he does ditch the collar eventually, but oh, man, it still fucks me up how readily he accepted it too. He was like, "Oh, I have to wear this to stay here, or you know, whatever. Sure, why not? Fuck it." Like, bro was way too chill about that. And SAFG doesn't have fan service for women, although it does require women to play as the male character, which is kinda slightly inconvenient, but hey. Return to materials. You know, one thing I decided not to say while we were going through it, but the amount of, like, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but the like folds on Aoko's armpit, or not the folds, but the lines. Someone paid real close attention to what they were doing when making that CG. Someone knew what they were doing. Oh, that's all I must say. Like, they couldn't show bare chests like the guys, so they were like, you know what? Gotta give them something. You know, okay. I wish her plug suit was the same coloring as male Ritsuka's. Like, I hate the orange. I wish it was the white and black like his. Like, the orange isn't horrible, but I don't know, man. Like, if all the orange was black, I don't know, that'd be. So that way it would be an inverse, because his is black in the middle, white on the outsides. Make hers, you know, just invert it. Black on the outside, white in the middle. I don't know. That's what I wish they'd done, but I don't know. Ah, well. What can you do? Anywho. Like I said, though, now we're gonna stop the story there, because, yeah, we'll be pretty much out of AP when I... Well, no, I don't... I phrased it poorly. I don't hate orange as a color. I hate the design of the plug suit and how much orange there is. It's just, it's gaudy to look at. If anything, I think it'd be better if the white parts, like, I still think just inverting male Ritsuka's would be better, but it'd be fine if, like, the white on hers was black and so it was black and orange. I think that'd be better. If they insist on the orange,
I think it's the white and orange combo that's like too bright for me, I guess. Makes it like an assault on the eyes. No, maybe it's just me. Wait, can I change the No. I wish I could change the oh no, wrong thing. No. Back out. Formation, party setup, master equip. Like the like this is fine. Like I'm fine with this. It's just for the plug suit. I don't. It's just too bright. I don't know. The darker colors with the orange fits better, in my opinion. I don't know. Oh, and I never looked at this new one. Oh, this is Memories of the Lunar Sea. Where is... There we go. This one. Okay. Arts Buster, Crit Stars, and Guts. Real men always use Anniversary Blonde. I don't know. It looks... I'll be honest, I was never a fan of this dress, even on Saber. If I'm gonna be completely real, I was never a fan of. I was never a fan. I won't lie. Not a huge fan of the dress in general. But remember, it's originally. Yeah, no, it's just Rin had poor taste. Honestly, if the skills weren't so... Honestly, this is actually a good one for Draco. Like, boost her arts card effectiveness. Throw this on so that way after she uses her Noble Phantasm, she gets crit stars. Like, this is a pretty good Draco. If you're specifically trying to, you know, buff Draco specifically. I mean, I guess any arts Noble Phantasm servant, really. But like, for me specifically, I think I look at this and I'm like, yeah, Draco would do well with that. Did you? No, not really. I feel like for the most part, I mean, I don't really go out of my way to avoid them, but I haven't looked into them. The Santa outfit's cute too. I like the Santa outfit. Honestly, I like most of them. It's just this is like the most useful in my opinion, but it's my least favorite of the Mystic codes. Even the like even the suit is sleek. It shows curves and just like the plug suit shows curves, but like again, it just looks awful to look at. I don't know. I don't know. Is he getting all the rest of them?
It literally just fine. Fine to good. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna quit going on about random stuff though. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do section 3. Section 3. And see if we can find out who or what has the Grail. I'm assuming the Grail is probably behind this door. The whole room of no opening thing. I would think, but we will have to see. But for now, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.